Alrighty, right on the dot. We are live. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's so great to see our listeners joining in. Today, we're hanging out with Zone 9 Survival. They're one of our partner studios building on Myria, and what they're building is actually really top of class if you didn't know already. That's why I'm super stoked to share what they've been up to for the past few months. There's a whole lot of development to show for, and at a massive scale as well. If you guys are new to the space, I'm Tari from Community Events at Myria. We're an end-to-end gaming ecosystem and Ethereum layer 2. And that means we enable players and builders to explore games and dApps while enjoying gas-free carbon-neutral transactions at speed and also free NFT minting. We're over 500,000 strong in our community. Our network is currently supporting over 11 million verified wallets and upwards of 270 game studios. Zone 9 Survival is one of them. It's a first in its class 3D MMO based survival game that leverages blockchain technology. But what's more is that the game is going above and beyond with immersive storylines, an advanced AI system for its NPCs, a guild system, and an in game esports concept. Not to mention its user driven economy for those who didn't know. It also accepts crypto as a payment option. And of course, to talk about this more, we have Lynn, who is the Chief Business Officer at Zone 9. Lynn, it's so awesome to have you here again. How's the team doing?
Yeah, we've been doing great. We actually have grown some people and also lost some people along the way, but we do survive fine.
That's great. Like a bit of reshuffling. Busy, I'm sure, with the latest collection and all.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe as a refresher to our new listeners here, could you give us an overview of Zone 9 and perhaps some of the basic lore behind it, just so everyone is up to speed again?
Yeah, so Zone 9 Survival is a zombie survival free to play 3D MMORPG built in Unreal Engine 5. So in the game, we feature an immersive storyline that licensed by our studio and an infinite content generation system powered by AI. Uh, and we have a fully user-driven economies in the game. So we find a way to monetize from the very inflationary nature of in-game assets.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I absolutely love zombie games. I think it really keeps you on your toes, especially with a force as mindless and as invasive as a horde of zombies. We absolutely love what you guys are doing with the game. We've actually also noticed some changes to the website. It looks like you guys got some new elements going on that really pack a punch. Can you tell us more about what people can find over there?
Yeah, so in the website, the early website we made it like a year ago, and a couple of months earlier, like 2 3 months earlier, we look at it and we say, no, this is not the level of AAA that we're looking for. So yeah, we should upgrade it, and
Yeah.
it was inspired by a lot of other AAA game in the space. Some shooter games, some fantasy game, but yeah, you really have to learn a lot from those studio in the Web2 because they've been developed for like 20 years now.
Yeah, it's a long time. Actually paid a visit to the website back in January when you first came on. By the way, if you guys are curious, listeners out there, that's zone9survival.com if you want to check it out. But when I saw it again some days ago, I was like, wow, the team at Z9 have been busy. And of course, the website ties into what you guys have been building into the game itself. Maybe we can talk about the game's development since your last time here in January. I know you've been working with Unreal Engine 5 and creating all of these dynamic variables. How has that been so far?
So the last time we were here, we only got a very early prototype on Unreal 4. And then when the Unreal 5 upgrade come, we make the decision to move to build on Unreal 5. So Even though they are both Unreal Engine, each update of the Unreal Engine carry a lot of new content and some of the internal workflow and for the blueprint for the scripting they change a lot. Like we building currently at version 5.2, but it already like a huge leap from version 5.1.1.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so in this version of the game, we at the current state we are already at a early alpha for a single player game, and so most of the core mechanism in the game is already done.
Mhm.
Like so, we are shooting game and a survival game. So the core mechanism is yeah, shooting, zombie, crafting, and you have to eat food and drink water to stay alive. And you have to face the harshness of in-game weather. So we also upgrade the weather system. Now we have sunny, windy, and rainy, storm, blizzard, sandstorm, all kind of weather. And we also have a water system, so you can swim in the water too. Yeah, it taking shape, and we plan to develop a further version so that the next update it should look something like the I would say Left 4 Dead. Yeah, yeah, something around that for the next updates.
That's cool. I did see the weather system that was teased in the website because I did have a look through. I think one of the most unique aspects of Z9 really is the player-driven economy as well, and how you're just able to leverage all of these working parts to tell a pretty compelling survival story. I think I mentioned it in brief during the introduction a while back. You guys have a smart AI system for NPCs. You have a mechanic around guilds, and even an in-game concept for esports. Can you maybe elaborate for us just A, why are you doing all of these crazy impressive things? And B, how do they all work together to make Zone 9 what you envisioned it to be?
Yeah. So for the AI system, yeah, it undoubtedly enable from the immersion of ChatGPT and all the AI that's built in the large language model out there. Based on those systems, we were able to create our own framework for the AI. So in the game, AI will be able to talk to you based on their character setting, and the way they talk will be very human-like, and they respond to multiple subjects and not just the set pattern that we have seen in the game in the past. But the most interesting thing about the NPC system is that though NPC can actually talk to all the NPC, so while they will talk to each other, they will create some random content that even us have little control of.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it will create an infinite number of scenario that will keep the game freshing and not repetitive. And about the economic system in the game, so we actually grow uh, a research paper academic style about the ecosystem and economy in the game. The research is heavily based on the case study from all the famous MMORPG, and I can name a few like RuneScape and Eve Online and Ragnarok and Guild War. So in the research, we find that one of the most important flaw that the Web2 game economy design facing is that they have to keep the inflationary of the in-game asset in check at all time, because if inflationary go too high, people will start trading items using real money with each other like OTC. So
Hmm.
the OTC cash flow it not go through the publisher, so that will count as a loss of revenue for them. But with the Web3 technology, we will be able to monetize that very cash flow. So we instead don't have to like push the gamer to buy all kind of things. So in the game, we intend to sell only the monthly battle pass, and in the battle pass you will only get like some more potato and some more water, so it help you survive a little bit easier, but by no means it will make you like invincible like pay to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the core concept of the game economy is that you have to rely on other people to actually make it in the environment, and we have divided the game economy factor into four economic actor. So the first actor is the gatherer. They are like the fighter, usually the fighter. So they go out to in the environment, they fight zombie and they loot the old building, the abandoned car. Then they get all the material and resources back into the economy. And then we have the item producer. So they basically they produce item from the material that brought back into the economy by the gatherer. And then we have service provider. So they buy the material and they buy the item and they provide some kind of service back into the economy. Like you are a chef, you can cook, or you are an engineer and you can do water maintenance. Then we have the trader. So the traders go to different area, buy different stuff for ship and sell it higher. And the good thing about this economy is that none of the actor can live without the others. Because like if you are a gatherer, you can gather resources, but without the item producer and without the service provider, you cannot turn the material into working item. On the other hand, the producer and the service provider they cannot get the material for their work if they don't buy that from the gatherer. And again, the trader they usually not the good fighter, so they also have to use service. They also have to use the item or the people sell them. And like if you transporting very important item in your bag, and you have to go some dangerous region, then you have to like hire people to be your escort, and they will fight for you and they will take you when you go on the adventure. Because if you die, then you like lose everything in your backpack.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how much this game makes sense, and just how balanced everything is, and how circular the economy is. What's your favorite actor to play? Do you have a personal favorite?
Yeah, my I say it would be the item producer.
Hmm.
Is like it very technical profession.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if you focus on making really good item, your skill in making item go up, and people will like you are the only one with the suitable skill to upgrade the high level weapon, then people will have to go to you all the time. Yeah. So a lot of people ask me, do you earn money from playing this game? Yeah, I would
Hmm.
say yes. If you want to earn money, you have to play at least one of the four economic actor, and being better than the average. Then the under average player will have to buy from you.
Oh, okay, I see. That sounds like the opposite of pay to win, which is great
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everyone's kind of tired of pay to win nowadays. We also were able to, we're lucky enough to see the new trailer that's been out now. That's also happens to be in 4K, which is absolutely great. When I was watching it, I thought I was watching something from like Bethesda or Ubisoft. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to ask if there are any Easter eggs in there that we should be paying attention to.
Well, the location that the shallow tech place is actually the headquarter of human race in the Zone 9 world.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that is called the great capital of heaven, and it is zone number one out of the nine zone. So the story, yeah, let's talk about the story. So in the story, there the setting is 50 years after the zombie apocalypse,
Mhm.
and we only have nine zones that people can build settlement and can contact with each other through radio. And suddenly one day the zone number nine go out of contact. No one know what happened with them. So we will be the shoulder that assigned with the mission to go through all the zone and to investigate on what happened with Zone 9.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that the storyline of Zone 9 survival, because you have to survive across whole 9 zone.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, and like I think that's pretty like that's been illustrated pretty well also in the trailer. I do encourage our listeners to go and check it out. Also, it's on YouTube. If you're curious to learn more, I know you mentioned that it's already an alpha. Are there alpha tests being held right now, or early access for anybody in any shape or form?
Well, we have that, but it's not an online version. So we currently only send it to test for like some of the early tester and our partner.
Mhm.
The alpha version right now it only 4 gigabyte and not a lot of content, and it's not online either. So you only have to download the file and extract it, and then you can just press play.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, yeah. The alpha version that would make sense also, just given how much compute is needed to run a game like this, that it's not online yet, because that would be absolute chaos. If
Yeah, yeah.
we just opened the floodgates to everybody to try it out. But I'm really happy for those who have signed up and were able to have a first peek at the game. And of course, very excited for the game to actually come out when it does. We at Myria are personally very proud of you guys and excited about your new collection on our marketplace. And just, jumping back into the lore, what's the story behind this particular collection and how does it link back to the gameplay and survival aspect of Zone 9?
Yeah, so the collection is called the Zone 9 Survival Weapon Collection. So yeah, it's pretty clear from its name that it's a weapon. In the game, we have five main category of weapon. So we have melee weapon, we have pistol, we have rifle, We have machine gun, and we have shotgun. Yeah, five type of man weapon. So in the collection, we put in 10, 10 different weapons. So two for each of the category, and each of the weapon in the same category is representing the two different aspects of the weapons. Like let's take shotgun. So there will be a shotgun that have a long reloading time but with higher power, or a shotgun with lower reloading time but lower damage per shot. Or we have the axis, so it have longer range of attack, and each attack cause a lot of damage. But also we have the kukri, it have shorter attack range, but it attack very fast. Yeah, so everything in the game is balanced out. So you can
Mhm.
pick your
Right.
play style that suitable to your character and your reference.
Yeah, I guess there's something there for everyone, right? Depending on what their preferred battle style is and how they want to whack out some zombies. It's good. It's good
Yeah,
to hear that there are different styles available, and just the collection itself, right? It's a very impressive milestone, especially having the chance to work with you guys. What was it like working with Myria's SDK, and what about it did you feel was most advantageous to you as a game developer?
I would have to say that the availability of technology support that you provide us throughout the whole progress that we're making the NFT, like it's our first NFT on Myria tools, and some mismatch like between our team and the what you have right now. So yeah, but every time we ask you anything, you will be there to answer it. Like in under an hour, it was very helpful, and it have shortened the time that we have to go perfect and anything a lot.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's super great to hear. I'm glad we got to join forces together on that. And given that, your studios and your team are very based in Vietnam, and we have some folks over also from Vietnam, it was nice to see you guys gel together in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. And again, like, collection's really cool. I'm actually looking to get my hands on a mystery box myself. How's the team doing? Are you guys jumping into any new exciting partnerships at the moment?
yeah. Actually, we are in the dealing of some new partnership. So we're looking to raise fund right now, and we in talk with some incubator that will help us access the funding. Because up until this stage of the project, we still have not raised any funds yet. Like we basically spending our own money to this stage of game development. Yeah, so for the next day, we looking to raise with our equity, because you see we have a license novel. So yeah, we have to get raised with equity so that it will be protected by our license too.
That's cool. Yeah, and it does, from the get go, we kind of knew that Zone 9 was a very big passion project through and through. And just the amount of content that you guys have put down already, like a full novel, that's really great stuff that you guys are working in on those partnerships.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any exciting news up ahead or engagement campaigns that people can expect from Zone 9 within this year or in the near future?
Yeah, if we get into some incubation deal with the partner we in talk with, it should there should be some kind of like collaboration and maybe some giveaway to both their community and our communities.
Awesome. Awesome. And, if any game deserves it, like, it's definitely Zone 9 because of just the quality
Yeah.
game that you guys are producing. I think it's really great. More power to your team and to everybody involved in the project moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've elapsed all our questions. We're now going to open up the floor to any questions that the audience might have for Lynn or myself regarding Zone 9, Myria, or anything in between. So if you guys are curious about anything, feel free to request to be a speaker and I can jump you up and you can ask your question from there. So we'll just wait for a few minutes in case
Hmm.
anybody wants to ask a question. In the meantime, where can people find you and have your socials updated in any way? Like, are you on Twitter, Discord?
Yeah, like I'm always use this same Twitter handle.
Awesome. Also, if any of the listeners here are kind of shy to speak their question, you can also drop a comment down onto the Twitter space and I can read it out for you and we can answer the question together.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm only seeing one comment so far, and it's this guy who says, "Where's a link to that DeFi tree money glitch people are using?" I don't know the answer to your question. I don't think there's a free money glitch out there at the moment. But if I find it, I will let you know.
Well, you see, this is what happened to like everything's in the space in the middle of crypto winter, but we will get through it and things will get better. So, like for any fellow builder out there or any investor that is currently underwater, the time in the market is better than time in the market, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, it does seem that you guys have your your team of economics nerds in there. I think yourself included, Lynn. Economic
Yeah.
expert number one. Um, okay, I do have a question now here from somebody. He's asking how much effort has the team put into making the game a social experience? So, like, on top of it being a survival game with its own gameplay, like a social experience between players within the open world.
Yeah, very good question. So first, I will talk about how you communicate in the game. So there will be direct voice chats to the environment. So
Ooh.
you can just talk and people in the radius of like 10, 15 meters around you will be able to hear you. But again, the zombie will also be able to hear you. So yeah.
Oh,
Also, we can do like normal chat. Yeah, you just put on the chat tab and you chat to everyone. So it will come in the form of whisper to your team.
oh,
But
that's cool.
yeah, you have to be closer, like 5 meters to that to be able to go to. And or you can send a letter to a person like very far away in a different zone. The letter will arrive sometime later.
Oh, that's pretty realistic. Yeah, because letters don't just like come in 1 minute. It has to travel there. Wow, you guys thought of
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
That's pretty
And
cool.
for the social aspect, like we say, you cannot survive in this world by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to rely on everybody else. Oh, and we also have a guild system, and we
Yeah.
have guild war. So you have to go with the guild with everything you do. Like if you're playing alone, you it's very easy to get bullied by people in the guild, and no one will revenge you if you got killed and all your stuff got cropped up.
Yeah. Okay.
Also we have PK. Yeah, every realistic game will have PK, like per person killing, and for the game, so there are some system in the PK. So like if you kill someone in the game, you they will drop the loot in their backpack,
Hmm.
but only if they are in the red state, like they already kill or attack someone else, and you kill them, yeah, they will drop the loot from the backpack. But
Hmm.
if you attack someone that have not attacked anyone yet, then you will be the one with the red mark. And if they retaliate and they kill you, then you will rob the loot. And if you kill them and they are like innocent people at the moment, then they will not drop a lot of loot from yeah, their item. Oh,
Oh,
like so we have two systems. The one in your backpack, a like resources, material, like consumable item, and the one you have on your body is like the equipment. So
yeah.
normally you don't drop equipment; you only drop whatever in your backpack. But if
Yeah.
you are, but if you die in the red state, like you have already killed someone else, then you die, and the one you kill is not the one attack first, then if you die, you might drop your item.
Oh, okay. So it's super circumstantial then, which
Yeah,
is pretty
yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
cool.
can basically trick people to fight each other, and then you can let a horde of zombie to kill everyone, and you just collect the drop.
Oh, that's smart. Oh no, Lynn is giving us tips on how to excel in the game before the game is even out. I'll take note of that, Lynn. That's a really smart idea. That's really cool. Yeah, I guess that also kind of stops everyone from just killing innocent people just by
Yeah.
their good and stuff. It's a pretty smart mechanic.
Oh, and
Uh,
if you are in the rest day, you cannot go into the big city because the guard in the big city will recognize your rest day,
mhm.
and they will try to hunt you down.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's another thing to consider. Definitely. Wow, yeah, I love how dynamic this game is turning out to be already. Yeah, the alpha testing must be crazy fun over there. Good on you guys. I'm getting another question here.
Mhm.
What sort of community are you trying to foster? Like, are you going for an anything goes community where everyone is free to do what they want, or for hardcore players, or a curated or filtered experience that appeals to more casual gamers? Ah, I see. So I think he's asking, um, is it like an anything goes where everybody can bully everybody, or something that can cater more to the casual players who just want to enjoy the experience and take
Yes,
a more chill
so
approach?
the first thing I need to say that survive never was a casual thing,
Hmm.
but yeah, we do have something for them. So if you are like really casual, okay, player, you can just stay in the cities. You buy material and resources from people. You do production or you do service provider, and you can live just fine, but like not at the entire experience of the game because you cannot go out into the environment like that.
Oh, I see. So yeah, and so there is something. It's just that the full like quite literal survival experience where you're
Well, actually, if you like make it rich and you like the top, let's say the top engineer in the game, you have a lot of money and you can hire people to protect you to go sightseeing in the middle of shopping hall.
Oh, so there are you have like it's possible to hire sort of like bodyguards and mercenaries on
Yeah,
to keep you
if
safe.
people willing to take what you give them, you can hire anyone.
I guess this applies more to the economic actors that have less of a fighting skill, right? Like the
Yeah, yeah, like a
um,
trader.
yeah, traders, yeah, which makes yeah, merchants who hire bodyguards. That's so great. And so, would you say that like guilds are made up of different actors in one place, and it's just their combination, or
Yeah, a guild should be a combination, but it depends on your taste. Like there should be some kind of mercenary guild, consist most of a fighter, or maybe a production guild consist most of a producer,
right,
and
right,
to each their own, right?
yeah, and then it's
Oh,
like they're
also there will be this thing because the difference in geography between the zone.
mhm.
So in some zone it's very cold and weather very harsh, so you cannot grow anything and food will be much more expensive there. So yeah, people in the production or trader might to produce stuff and then go there to buy or to go there to sell for higher price. But in those play you very easy get into lethal situation, and you will have to pay much higher to hire some bodyguard to go to those area.
Mm.
And let's say in a zone you have iron mine, then a lot of people in the production guild will go to that zone because they have the advantage of being close to the source material, and they can take advantage of that to produce very cheap iron, and they can sell that elsewhere for higher. Really depend on where you are, how you want to play.
Yeah, and that's pretty realistic too. I think that's how we do it also in our society, right? Like manufacturers source from where it's
Yeah, absolutely.
so yeah, it's that's super realistic. Here's a question then. How deadly are the zombies? This is a good one, I think. How much of a threat do they pose to players who've played a small number of hours versus
Yeah. So
many
we
hours?
implement this system. So like if you are, we say that a naked character, which means you have no equipment and you are
Mhm.
at level one, you will have to attack the zombie with your bare arm 5 times to kill it. If you have some kind of other weapon, then you have like 2 or 3 times for the most basic zombie. Uh, the starting uh, health point of a player is 100, and the starting health point of zombie is 80. You see, because zombie used to be people, so yeah, they are not much different in physics and stay in power from other from a normal people.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we have a lot of different zombie, animal zombie, boss zombie. So it varies on what kind of zombie are you facing.
Oh, so there are animal zombies too.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
there is like bear zombie, dog zombie. So there some will be like really high mobility, but be very easy to kill if you manage to hit them. Yeah, let's imagine you go into a series and a horn of rat zombie come at you. So if you have some kind of machine gun, you can easily take them out. But if you are holding a bow, then you are in big trouble.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's cool to see that the zombies aren't just human, like they can be animals too, which is
Yeah,
absolutely
like
pretty rare.
anything that move can be zombie.
A housefly zombie.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Thanks so much, Lynn, for addressing all of these really good questions. There's one in the comments right now. Is it
nice.
necessary to buy NFT first to play your game, or can we try it for
No,
free?
it's a free to play game.
Oh, yay! That's great to know. We love free to play. All right. Well, thanks so much, Tilak, for that question. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Wow, that I bet that just makes everybody wanna like anticipate it more when it does come out. Cool. All right. So and if there are no more questions, I'm seeing that people are asking questions offline, which is cool too. I'm sure that if anything comes to mind as an afterthought, they can come into your Discord, right, Lynn, and ask some questions your way to figure out more about what the game is about.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, first off, Lynn, I want to thank you so much for your time and introducing the game and like to people who are new and to people who've been following you for a while. I'm sure they're really excited about all the stuff that you're doing and the improvements that you're building on. It's definitely something that I would love to check out when it's ready and complete. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about and let people know?
Yeah, I think I have already talked about everything that we
Cool.
have.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks again for joining our space, and thank you to everybody listening. We'll keep this recording up if you have friends who are interested in Zone 9 and what they've been doing. So you can just link it over to them and they can come and listen in their own time. And oh, I see just one person just joined right now. I'm sorry you missed most of what we were talking about. But yeah, we'll keep this up for everybody to listen in. And Lynn, I wish you a great evening ahead and a great weekend soon to come.
Yeah, you too.
Alrighty. And thanks, everybody. I'll be closing up the space now.